This is a special night because my grandsons are here tonight for their first Shakespeare play. And introducing our new drama team, we've met before. We all work this together. We get up, Tim and I. So they did all the fighting scenes. She did the love scenes. She did all the fighting scenes. So you give us a thank you afterwards. But anyway.
Yeah, I have just a couple practical notes before we start tonight's performance. Please silence all of your cell phones, put them on airplane mode, power them down. We don't want those going off during the show. If you need to use the restroom during the show, please exit through the back doors, and please do so during a scene transition, and then return to your seats during a scene transition, so we minimize distractions for our actors and then for our other audience members as well. I'm missing something. Oh, so we're going to do a stretch break after Act 3, Scene 1. We will make that loud and clear when that is. Please stand here. It'll be real quick. Get up. Get down.
60-second stretch break here. So, but take it. Yeah. So, it's ready to
That's all I have.
Yeah. Beautiful stage, lots of really good framing and some scenes where almost everyone's up there. So be looking at people, even if they're in the background, there's plenty to see. We hope you enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Much. Thank you.
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene, from ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured, hideous overthrows, who with their death buried their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-blood blood, and the continuance of their parents' rage, which but their children's end naught could remove, is now the 2 hours' traffic of our stage, the which if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
I'm hot.
You're always hot.
I'm bored.
You're always bored.
There's nothing to do. Let's pick a fight.
What? Pick a fight, then run away like you did last time?
I never run from a fight. I have the best moves.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. If you move, you will only run away.
A dog, the house of Montague shall move me to stand. I shall take the wall of any man of the Montagues.
That only shows that you are a weak slave, for the weakest goes to the wall.
Oh, they will know when I stand against them. It is known that I am the best in Verona.
You're a real beauty. Here comes to the house of Montague. Let's see how you stand now.
Quarrel, my weapon is out. I will back you.
How? Will you turn your back and run?
Fear me not.
No, truly. I fear you will.
Let us take the law of our sides. Let them begin.
I will frown as I pass by, and let them take it as they will.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our sides if I say yes?
No.
No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, I am for you. I served as good a man as you.
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better. Here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw, you ye men. Hard fools, put up your swords. You don't know what you do.
What? Art thou drawn amongst these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio. Look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword or manage it to part these men with me.
What? Drawn? And talk of peace? I hate the word. As I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward! What nonsense is this?
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbor-stained steel. Will they not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts, that quench the fire of your pernicious rage with purple fountains issuing from your veins? On pain of torture, from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground. Throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls bred of an airy word by thee, old Capulet, and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets and made Verona's ancient citizens cast by their grave the seeming ornaments, to wield old partisans and hands as old, cankered with peace, to part your cankered fate. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me. And Montague, come you this afternoon to know our further pleasure in this case. To old Freetown, our common judgment place. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who set this ancient quarrel new abroach? Speak, nephew.
Here were the servants of your adversary, and yours, the close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them. In the instant came the fire of Tybalt.
Where's Romeo? I am today, like glad he was on this way.
Madame, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad, where underneath the grove of sycamore that westward rooted the city side, so early walking did I see your son.
Ah, many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But also soon as the altering sun did in the farthest east begin to draw the shady curtains from Aurora's bed, away from the light steals home my heavy son, and, private in his chamber, hens himself, shuts up the windows, locks fair daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and portentous must this humor prove, unless good counsel man's cause remove.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it, nor can learn of him.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends. But he, his own affections, counselor, is to himself, I will not say how true, but to himself so secret and so close, so far from sounding and discovery, as is a bud bit with an envious worm, ere he can spread his sweet leaves to the air, or dedicate his beauty to the sun. Could we but learn from whence his sorrows grow, we would as willingly give cures know.
See, where he comes. So please you step aside. I'll know whose grievance or much be denied.
I would thou wert so happy by thy stay to hear true shrift. Come, madam, what's away?
Tomorrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
What news struck now?
I mean, sad hours seem long. Is that my father that went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love,
Out.
of love,
Out of her favor, for I am in love.
last that love, so gentle in view, should prove so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, that love, whose view is muffled still, should without eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? Oh, what fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, but more with love. Why then, oh brawling love, oh loving hate, oh anything of nothing first create, oh heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos of well-seeming form, feather of lead, bright smoke, cold fire, sick health, still waking sleep, that is not what it is. This love, feel I feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, Cus, I'd rather weep.
Good heart at what?
Thy good heart's oppression.
Why such is love's transgression. The griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, which thou wilt propagate to have it pressed into more of thine. This love that thou hast shown doth add more grief to too much of mine own. Farewell, my cuz.
Stop! Stop! I will go along. Maybe you so you do me wrong.
I've lost myself. I'm not here. This is not Romeo. He's some other where.
Tell me in sadness, who is it that you love?
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aim so here what I suppose you love.
A right fair mark. She's fair on love.
A right fair mark for your cousins, soon as hit.
Well, in that hit you missed. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Diane's wit, and in proof of chastity well armed. From love's weak childless foe she lives unharmed.
Then she hath sworn she will live chaste.
She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead and live to tell it now.
You rule by me. Forget to think of
Oh,
her.
teach me how I should forget to think.
Like giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
'Tis the way to call hers exquisite and question more. He that is stricken blind cannot forget. Farewell, my cuz. Thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctor or else die in debt.
But Montague is bound as well as I. In penalty alike, it just got hard, I think, for men as old as we to keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning are you both. And pity 'tis you lived it out so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying o'er what I have said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. She hath not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her ripe to be a bride.
Younger than she are, happy mother's maid.
But too soon martyr those sorely made. The earth has swallowed all my hopes but she. She's the hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her, gentle Paris. Get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. And she agreed, within her scope of choice, lies my consent of her growing voice. This night, I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest, such as I love, and you among the more. Make my number more. Go, Sirrah, trudge about through fair Verona, and find the persons out whose names are written there, and to them say, my house and welcome on their pleasure stay.
Find them out whose names are written here? The carpenter has his hammer, the fisherman his net, the tailor his needle and thread. I am sent out to find those persons whose names are written here. But I never learned how to read and write. What am I going to do? How am I supposed to do my job? I have to find someone who knows how to read.
Tell it, man. One fire burns out another's burden. One pain is lessened by another's anger. Take thou some new infection to thine eye, the rank poison of the old will die.
More little wine is good for that, too. Good evening, good fellow.
God give you good evening. I pray, sir, can you read?
Aye, mine own fortune and my misery.
Perhaps you learned it without book, but I pray, can you read anything you seek?
Aye, if I know the letters in the language.
You say honestly, goodbye.
Stay, fella. I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, County Anselm and his beauteous sisters, the lady widow of Vitravia. My fair niece Rosaline, and Livia, Signor Valencio and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio, and the lively Helena. A fair assembly. Whither should they come?
Up.
Whither?
To supper. To our house.
Whose house?
My master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Well, I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet. And if you be not of the house of Montague, I pray, come, fresh a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At this same ancient feast of Capulet sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so lovest, with all the other admired beauties of Verona. Go then, and with unattainted eye, compare her face with other beauties that I shall show. Now will make thee think thy swan a crow.
I'll go. No such sight to be shown. But to rejoice the splendor of my never.
Nurse, where's my daughter? Call her forth to me.
What lamb? What ladybird? God forbid, where's this girl? What Juliet?
How now? Who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I am here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while, we must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I've remembered me. Thou'st hear our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age unto an hour.
She's not 14.
I'll lay 14 in my teeth, and yet, to my teeth be it spoken, I have but 4. She's not yet 14. How long is it now to land this tide?
A fortnight and odd days.
Even or odd, of all the days of the year, come Lammas Eve at night, shall she be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Well, Susan is with God. She was too good for me. But, as I said, on Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. Marry, that shall she. I remember it well. Since the earthquake now, 11 years, and she was weaned. I never shall forget it, of all the days of the year upon that day. For it was then I laid wormwood to my duck, sitting in the sun under the dove house wall. My lord and you were then in Mantua. Nay, I do bear a brain, but, as I said, when it did taste the wormwood on the nipple of my dug, and felt it touchy, pretty fool, to see it touchy and fall out with the dug. And since that time it is 11 years. For then she could stand alone. Nay, by the rood, she could have run and waddled all about. For even the day before, she fell and broke her brow. And then my husband, God be with his soul, it was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face? And the pretty wretch left crying and said,
Enough of this, I pray thee, hold thy peace.
Yes, madam. I cannot choose but to laugh, to think it should leave crying and say, and yet I warrant it had upon its brow a bump as big as a young cockerel stone.
Instant thou to, I pray thee, nurse, say I.
Peace, I have done. God mark thee to his grace. Thou was the prettiest babe that ever I nursed, and I might live to see thee married once. I have my wish.
Ha, married. That's merry as the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, what stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor I dream not of.
An honor? Were not I thine only nurse, I would say thou hast sucked wisdom from thy teat.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you, here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother, much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus then in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady, such a man is all the world. Why, he's a man of wax.
Verona summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower, in faith a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris' face, and find delights writ there with beauty's pen. Examine every married lineament, and see how one, another, lends content. And what obscured in this fair volume lies, by written in the margent of his eyes. this precious book of love, this unbound lover. To beautify him only lacks a cover. The fish lives in the sea, and 'tis much pride. For fair, without the fair within to hide. That book in many's eyes doth share the glory. That in gold clasps locks in the golden story. So shall you share in all that he doth possess, by having him, making yourself no less.
No less, nay, bigger. Women grow by men.
Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris, love?
I'll look to like if looking like you move, but no more deep and dark mine eye than your consent gives strength to make me fly.
Madam, the guests are come. Suppers are done. You called. My young lady asked for the nurse, curse in the pantry, and everything in extremity. Whew, I must hence away. I beseech you follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl. Happy nights to happy days.
Give me a torch. I'm not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I. Believe me, you have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead. So stakes me to the ground, I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
I'm too sore and pierced with this shaft to soar with his light feathers, and so bound I cannot bound a pitch above dull woe. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it, should you burden love, too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It's too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like a thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down.
And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis not meant to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamed a dream tonight.
And so did I.
And what was that?
That dreamers often lie.
Beds asleep while they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairest midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone, on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atom eyes, athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes made of long spider's legs, the covers of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider's web, the collars of the moonshine's watery beams. Her whip, of cricket's bone, the lash of film. Her wagoner, a small gray-coated gnat, not so big as a round little bird, but from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, made by the joiner squirrel or old grub, time out of mind the fairies' coachmakers. And in this state, she gallops night by night, through lovers' trains, and then they dream of love. Or courtiers these, that dream on courtesy's train. Or lawyers' fingers that straight dream on fees. Or ladies' lips that straight on kisses dream. Which oft, the angry man with blissful plagues, because their breasts with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes she gallops o'er a courtier's nose, and then dreams he of smelling out a suit. And sometimes comes she with a tide pig's tail, tickling up her as he lies asleep. Then dreams he of another benefice. Sometimes she tries for a soldier's and then dreams he of Chinese blood throats, of breeches and pescados, Spanish bleed, of hell's 5 fathom deep, and then anon drums in his ear, at which he starts and winks, and being thus frightened swears a prayer or two, then sleeps again. This is that very man that claps the manes of horses in the night, and beats the outlaws in foul, sluttish hair, which once had much misfortune bodes. This is the hag, when maids lie on their backs, that caresses them and learns them first to bear, making a woman of good character. This is she.
Peace, Mercutio.
Peace. Thou talkst of nothing.
I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin a substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind who woos even now the frozen bosom of the north, and being angered puffs away from thence, turning his face to the dew-dropping south.
This wind you speak of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early. For my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin this fearful date with this night's revels, and expire the term of a despised life held close to my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sail. On, lusty gentlemen.
Welcome, gentlemen. I have seen the days I have for an advisor. You can tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ear. Such as would please, 'tis gone, 'tis gone, 'tis gone. You are welcome, gentlemen.
What lady is that? The gentleman rich and handed the other night. Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. Do my heart love till now? For swear at sight. For I never saw true beauty till this night.
This, by his voice, should be a Montague. Fetch me my rapier, boy. How dare the slave come hither, covered with an antic face, to fleer in scorn at our solemnity? Now, by the stock and honor of my king, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain, Romeo.
Content thee, gentle coz. Let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman. And to say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous, well-governed youth. And I would not for the wealth of all the town hear my house do in disparagement. Therefore, be patient. Take no note of him.
I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. Welcome in, boy, I say he shall. Go to. Am I the master here, or you? You'll not endure him. God shall mend my soul. You'll make a mutiny among my guests.
Why, uncle? 'Tis a shame.
Go to, go to. You're a saucy boy, is so indeed. This trick may chance to scathe you, I know what. You must contrary me. You're a princox. Be quiet, or I'll make you quiet. What? Dearly my hearts.
Patience perforce with willful color meeting makes my flesh tremble, and their different greetings. I will withdraw, but this intrusion shall, now seeming sweet, convert to bitter gall.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy stride, the gentle fine is this, my lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Why then, let lips do what hands do. They pray, grant thou, lest fate turn to despair.
Saints do not move, but grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while sin's effect I take. Thus from my lips by yours my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have
The
touched.
sin from thy lips. Oh, trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
Madam! Your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Mary Bachelor, her mother is lady of the house. I nursed her daughter, whom you talked withal.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear account, my life is my foe's dead.
Oh, wait, be gone. The sword is at the best.
Aye, the war's mine rest.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman?
Mary, that I think be young Petruchio.
What's he that follows you that would not dance?
I know not.
Go ask his name. If he be married, my grave is likely to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate, too early seen unknown and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me, that I must love a loathed enemy.
What's this?
A rhyme I learned, even now, with one I dance with all.
Come, let's away. The strangers all are gone.
Now old desire doth in his deathbed lie, and young affection gapes to be his heir. That fair for which love groaned for and would die, with tender Juliet matched, is now not fair. Now Romeo is beloved and loves again, alike bewitched by the charm of looks. But to his foe, suppose he must complain, and she steal love's sweet bait from fearful hooks. Being held a foe, he may not have access to breathe such vows as lovers used to swear, and she, as much in love, her means much less, to meet her new beloved anywhere. But passion lends them power, time means, to meet tempering extremities with extreme sweet.
Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn back, Dolor, and find thy center out.
Oh, Romeo, my cousin Romeo!
He is wise, and on my life hath stolen home to bed.
He ran this way and leave this orchard wall. Call good nurse, Lucio.
Nay, I'll conjure too. Romeo, humors, madman, passion, lover, appear thou in the likeness of a sigh. Speak but one rhyme, and I am satisfied. Cry but, oh, me, pronounce but love and dove. Speak to my gossip Venus one fair word, one nickname for her purblind son and heir, young Adam Cupid, he that shot so trim when King Cophetua loved the beggar maid. He heareth not. He stirreth not. He moveth not. The ape is dead, and I must conjure him. I conjure thee by her Rosaline's bright eyes, by her high forehead and her scarlet lip, that in thy likeness thou appear to us.
And if he hears thee, thou wilt anger him.
This cannot anger him. My invocation is fair and honest, and in his mistress's name. I conjure only but to raise up him.
He hath hidden himself among these trees to be consorted with the humorous night. Blind is his love, and best befits the dark.
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Now will he sit under an apple tree and wish his mistress were that kind of fruit. Romeo, good night. Oh, to my truckle bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go?
Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek him who means not to be found.
He just has scars and never felt a wound. But stop. What light through yonder window breaks? It is east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. But thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, because she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, but she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold. It is not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heavens, having some discourse, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. Oh, see how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a captain.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection to which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take yet thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus bescreamed a knight, so stumblest upon my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's utterance, and yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if I lived thee this life.
How camest thou hither, and tell me wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, in a place of death, considering who thou art. If any of my kinsmen find me here.
With love's light wings did I approach these walls. For stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do, dares love attempt. Therefore, thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
I have knights clumped to hide me from their sight.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else when maiden blush we paint our cheek, for which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell in form, fain, deny what I have spoken, but farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I would believe thee. Yet if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou may think my favor light, but trust me, gentleman, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange.
Lady, by yonder moon I swear, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, sir, not by the moon, thy inconstant moon, which monthly changes in her circle orb, lest thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all. Although I join you, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease, ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a audacious flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night.
Wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou stood requested.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again, my bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have. for both are infinite.
Ladybird!
I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Anon, I come. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. I am afeard. Being a knight, all this but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night. If thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow. By one I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite. And all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee my lord throughout the world.
Madam!
Anon, I come. If thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come, to cease thy suit and lead to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times. Good night.
1,000 times the worse to want that life.
Romeo,
My dear,
at what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
at the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Well, let me stay here till thou remember it.
Then I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
Then I'll still stand here to have thee still forget. Forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow. I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell in thine eyes. Peace in thy breast. Oh, that I were asleep in peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will I, to my ghostly father's cell, his help to crave, my dear have to tell.
The earth, it's nature's mother, is her tomb. What is her burying grave? That is her womb. And from her womb, children of diverse kind, we, sucking on her natural bosom, find. Oh, mickle is the powerful grace that lies in herbs, plants, stones, and their true qualities. For not so vile on the earth doth live, but to the earth some special good doth give. Nor aught so fair but strained from that fair use, revolts from true birth, stumbling on abuse. Virtue itself turns vice, being misapplied, and vice, sometimes by action, dignified. Within the infant rind of this small flower, poison hath residence and medicine power. For this, being smelt, with that part cheers each part. Being tasted, slays all senses with the heart. Two such opposed kings encampment still, in man as well as herbs, grace and rude will. And where the worser is predominant, full soon the canker death eats up that plant.
Good morrow, father.
Benedicite! What early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young son, it argues a distempered head, so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Therefore, thy earliness doth me assure, thou art aroused with some distemperature. Or if not, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
All the last was true. The sweet arrest was mine.
God pardon sin! Wast thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline, my ghostly father, no! I forgot thy name, and that name as well.
That's my good son. But where hast thou been then?
I had been feasting with mine enemy. For on the sudden one hath wounded me, whose by me wounded. Both are remedies within thy help, and holy physic lies.
Be plain, good son, and home in thy drift. wriggling confession finds a wriggling shrift.
Then plainly know that my heart is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine, and all combined, save what thou must combine by holy marriage. When and where and how we met, we wooed and made exchange of vow. I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy St. Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Jesu Maria, what a deal of brine hath washed thy sallow cheeks for Rosaline!
I pray thee, chide not. She whom I love now, hath grace for grace and love for love allowed. The other did not so.
For she knew so well thy love did read by rote that could not spell. But come, young waverer, come, go with me. In one respect, I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Fly hence, I stand at sun haste.
Wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father's. I spoke with his man.
Ah, that same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline torments him so, and he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, kinsman of old Capulet, had sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write me answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master. How he dares being dared.
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead. Stabbed with the white wench's black eye, shot through the ear with a love song, the very pit of his heart cleft with the blind boy's butt shaft. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why, what is Tybalt?
More than prince of cats, I can tell you. Oh, he is the courageous captain of compliments. He fights as you sing, quick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion. Rest me his men rest, 1, 2, and a third in your bosom. The very butcher of a silk button, a duelist, a gentleman of the very first house, of the first and the second cause. Ah, the immortal Posada, the punto de verso, the high.
The what?
The pops of such antic lisping fantasticos, these new tuners of accents. By Jesu, a very tall man, a very good blade, a very good whore. Why, is this not a lamentable thing, grandsire, that we should be thus afflicted with these strange flies, these fashion mongers, these pendonemies that stand so much on the new form that they cannot at ease on the old bench?
Here comes Romeo.
Like a dried herring. Oh, flesh! How art thou fishified? Now is he for the numbers that Petrarch flowed in. Laura, his lady, was but a kitchen wench. Dido, a dowdy. Cleopatra, a gypsy. Helen and Hero, hildings and harlots. Signor Romeo, bonjour. There's a French salutation to your French slut. You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give to you?
The slip, sir! The slip! Can you not conceive?
Pardon me. My business was great. And in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That's as much as say, such a case as yours constrains a man to bow in the hams.
Meaning to courtesy.
Thou hast most kindly hit
A
it.
most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am the very pink of courtesy.
Pink for flower.
Right.
Why, that is my pump well flowered.
Well said! Follow me this just now till thou hast worn out thy pump, that when the single soul of it is worn, the jest may remain after the wearing. Solely singular!
Oh, single soul jest, solely singular for the singleness.
Oh, come between us, good Benvolio! My wits faint! Why, is this not better than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable, now art thou Romeo. Now art thou what thou art, by art as well as by nature.
Stop there.
Thou desirest me to stop in my tale?
Thou wouldst else have made thy tale large.
Oh, thou art deceived, for I was coming short to the whole depth of my tale, and meant indeed to satisfy the argument no longer.
Gears with the gear.
A sail! A sail!
Two, a shirt, and a small.
Come here, pretty lady, you can't get me. Oh, come here, whoa. Come here, stop, whoa. You can't get me, try. Oh, Peter, my fan, Peter, good Peter, to hide her face, for her fan, to bear her face. Out upon you! What a man are you! Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I am the youngest of that name, for fault of worse.
You say well?
Yea, is the worst well? Very well took in faith, wisely.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She will invite him to some supper.
Oh God! So ho! Romeo, will you come to your father's? Will to dinner thither.
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell. Farewell and adieu to you, ancient lady. Farewell to the one who causes me pain. For you've been seen sailing all over Verona. And I pray to God I won't see you again.
Marry, farewell! Pray you, sir, a word, and as I told you before, my young lady bade me inquire you out. What she bade me say, I will keep to myself. But first let me tell ye, if ye should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, were a very gross kind of behavior, as they say. But the gentlewoman is young, and therefore, if ye should deal double with her, truly, there were no thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing.
Commend thee to thy mistress. I protest unto thee.
Good heart and in faith, I will tell her as much. Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
What wilt thou tell her? Thou dost not mark me.
I will tell her that you do protest, which, as I take it, is a gentlemanlike offer.
Bid her devise some means to meet me at shrift this afternoon, and there she shall, at Friar Lord's self, be shrived and married. Here's for thy pays.
No, truly, sir, not a penny.
No, two, I say you shall.
This afternoon, sir, she shall be there.
Farewell, commend thee to thy mistress.
Aye, 1,000 times. Peter, enough. Take my fan, Peter, and go before in a pace.
The clock did strike 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That's not so.
Oh, she is lame. Had she affections and warm youthful blood, she would be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my sweet love, and his to me. But old folks, many fain as they were dead, unwielding, slow, pale, and heavy as lead. Oh God, she comes. Now, nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him? Send thy man away.
Peter, stay at the gate.
Now, good, sweet, gentle nurse. Oh, Lord, why lookest thou sad?
I am a-weary. Give leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I had.
I would if thou hast my bones, and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee speak. Good, nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste! Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath? When thou hast breath, tell me that thou art out of breath. The excuse that thou dost make in this delay is longer than the tale that thou dost excuse.
Is thy news good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo? No, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, and yet his leg excels on men's. And for a hand, and a foot, and a body, though they not be talked on, yet they are past compare. He's not the flower of courtesy, but I'll warrant him as gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. What, have you dined at home?
No, but all this did I know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Lord, how my head aches! It beats as it would fall in 20 pieces. Oh, my back!
or the other side. Oh, my back, my back. Be sure of your heart for sending me about to catch my death with jaunting up and down.
In faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet, sweet, sweet nurse. Come, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and I'll warrant a virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? Oh, how oddly thou repliest. She is within. Where should she be? Your love says, like an honest gentleman. Where is your mother?
Oh, come on! Are you so hot? Henceforward, do your messages yourself.
Here's such a coil. Come, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence himself. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Go, out to him. Hie you to the cell.
Hie to high fortune. Honest nurse, farewell.
Hey.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, but after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen. Amen. But come what sorrow cannot countervail the exchange of joy that 1 minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but close our hands with holy words, then love devouring death, do what he dares. It is enough that I may but call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which as they kiss, consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome in his own deliciousness, and in the taste confounds the appetite. Therefore, love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Here comes the lady.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
As much to him else who thanks too much.
Come with me. We will make short work. For by your leave, you shall not remain alone till Holy Church incorporates 2 and 1.
Alrighty, Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the capitals are abroad, and if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For now these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Thou art like one of these fellows, that when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword upon the table, and says, God, send me no need of this. And, by the operation of the second cup, draws him on the drawer, when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Come, thou art as hot jack as I moved as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved.
And what too?
Nay, and there were 2 such, we should have none shortly, for one would kill the other. Thou wilt quarrel with a man that has a hair more or a hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thou wilt quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no other reason but because thou hast hazel eyes. Thou hast quarreled with a man for coughing in the street, because he hath awakened thy dog that hath lain asleep in the sun. And yet thou wilt tutor me from quarreling?
By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heel, I care not.
Follow me close, for I will speak to them. Gentlemen, good evening. A word with one of you?
And but one word with one of us? Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Could you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest...
Consort? What? Dost thou make us minstrels, and thou make minstrels of us? Look to hear nothing but discords. Here is my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance. Zounds, consort!
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdrawn to some private place to reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes are made to look, and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure eye.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
But I'll be hanged, sir, if he wear your livery.
Romeo, The love I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee does much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none. Therefore, farewell. I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries thou hast done to me. Therefore, turn and draw.
I do protest. I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, so thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, dear Capulet, whose name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission! Alias Picasso carries it away. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good, king of cats. Nothing but one of your 9 lives that I need take hold withal. And as you shall use me hereafter, drink the rest of it.
I am for you. Right here, you will beat down the weapons. Gentlemen, for their outrage.
Tybalt! Let's never forbid this bending of Rona streets. Hold, Tybalt! Hold! Mercutio, hold!
I am hurt. A plague on both your houses. I am spent. Is he gone and hath nothing?
What, art thou hurt?
Aye, a scratch. A scratch, but married 'tis enough. Where's my page? Go, villain, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door. But 'tis enough, 'twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man. Oh, I am Pepper. I'm worried for this world. A plague on both your houses! Thou, the dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat, to scratch a man to death, a braggart, a rogue, a villain that fights by the book of arithmetic. Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Help me to some house, Benvolio, or I shall faint. A plague on both your houses! It be worse me to me! I haven't stolen too! Your houses!
This gentleman, the prince is near ally, my very friend, hath got this mortal wound in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that an hour hath been my cousin. Sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me a feminist, and in thy temper soft and valor steel.
Oh, Romeo! Romeo! Brave Mercutio is dead. That gallant spirit hath aspired the clouds, which too untimely here did swarm the earth.
This day's black fate on others doth depend. This but begins the woe, others must end.
Here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Be gone in triumph, Mercutio slain. Away to heaven, respective lenity, and fire-eyed fury be my conduct now. Now, Tybalt, take that villain back again that lace thou gavest me. For Mercutio's soul is but a little ways above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. As if thou or I or both must go.
Thou wretched boy, that this consort in here shall with them hence.
This shall determine that.
Romeo! Away, be gone! The citizens are up in Tybalt slain. Stand not amazed. The prince will do me death if thou art taken. Hence, be gone away.
I am fortune's fool.
Why dost thou stand?
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
O noble prince, I can discover all. The unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. Here lies the man, slain by young Romeo, who slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt, my cousin! Oh, my brother's child! Oh, prince! Oh, husband! Oh, the blood is spilled of my dear kinsman! Prince, hast thou our true for blood of ours shed blood of mine to you? Oh, cousin!
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray.
Tybalt, here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo, that spoken fair, did him to think how nice the quarrel was, and urged with all your high displeasure. All this uttered with calm look, gentle breath, knees humbly bowed, could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt, deaf to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast, who, all as hot, turns deadly point to point, and with the martial scorn with one hand beats cold death aside, and with the other sends it back to Tybalt, whose dexterity retorts it. Romeo, he cries aloud, hold friends, part.
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him thoughts he speaks not true. I beg for justice which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio, who now the price of his dear blood doth owe.
Not Romeo, prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault but concludes, but the law must end. The life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence. I have an interest in your heart's proceeding. My blood for your rude brawls doth lie a-bleeding. But I'll amerce you with so strong a fine, you shall all repent the loss of mine. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses, nor tears nor prayers shall purchase out abuses. Therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else, when he is found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body and tend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill.
Don't try that at home. Get up and stretch out.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, towards Phoebus' lodging. Such a wagoner as Phaeton would whip you to the west, and bring in the cloudy night immediately. Spread thy clothes curtain, love, performing night, that the runaway eyes may wink. And Romeo, leap to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Come, gentle knight, come, loving, black-browed knight, give me my Romeo, and when I shall die, take him and cut him into little stars, and he shall make the face of heaven so fine that the whole world will be in love with the night, and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh, I have bought a mansion of love, and not possessed it, and though I am sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day, as is the night before some festival, to an impatient child that hath new robes, and may not yet wear them. Oh, here comes my nurse. Now, nurse, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Ah, where a day? He's dead, he's dead, he's dead. We are undone, lady, we are undone. He's gone, he's killed, he's dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, who would have thought it? Romeo!
What devil art thou that torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself?
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eye. Here, on his manly breast. A piteous corpse, a bloody piteous corpse. Pale, pale as ashes. All bedaubed in blood, all in gore blood. I swooned at the sight. Oh, break my heart, poor bankrupt, break it once. Oh, Tybalt, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, that ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered, and is Tybalt dead?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh, God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
Alas, it did.
Oh, serpent heart hid with the flowering face, was ever a book containing such vile matter so fairly bound? Oh, that deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There's no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. Shame come to Romeo.
Blister be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame, for upon his brow shame is ashamed to sit. Oh, what a beast was I to try to...
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Ah, poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name, when I, thy 3 hours wife, have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears, back to your native springs. Your tributary drops belong to woe, which you, mistaking, offer up to joy. My husband lives, that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt's dead, that would have slain my husband. All this comfort, wherefore weep I then? Some word there was worser than Tybalt's dead, that murdered me. I would forget it fain, but oh, it presses into my memory like a damned guilty deed to sinner's mind. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo is banished. That banished, that one word banished, has slain 10,000 Tybalts. There is no end, no limit, measure bound in that word's death. No woes can that word sound. Where is my father and mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corpse. Will you go to them? I'll bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears, for mine shall be spent when theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment. Come, nurse, all to my wedding bed, and death, not Romeo, take my maiden head.
Hide you. Your Romeo will be here to comfort you. I will well wear him. Harkee, your Romeo will be here at night. I'll to him. You sit at Lawrence's cell.
Oh, find him, give this ring to my true knight, and bid him to come take his last farewell.
Romeo, come forth! Come forth, thou fearful man!
Oh, tell me, friar, what does the princess do?
A gentler judgment hath vanished from his lips, not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment? Be merciful, say death. For exile has much more terror in its look, much more than death. Do not say banishing.
Here from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world outside Verona's walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Banished is banished from the world, and the world's exile is death. And banished is death misturned. Calling death banished, thou cuts my head off with a golden axe and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
O deadly sin! O rude unthankfulness! Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law, and turned this blackward death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
It's torture, not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives. And every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing may look on her. But Romeo may not. Banish it. Oh, friar, the damned use that word in hell. Howling attends to it. How can you, being a divine, a ghostly confessor, a sin absolver, and my friend profess? Mangle me with that word, banish it.
Rise, Monox! Good Romeo, hide thyself! Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me come in, and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet. Oh, holy friar. Oh, tell me, holy friar. Where's my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There on the ground, with his own tears made drunk.
Oh, he is even in my mistress's case, just in her case. Even so lies she, blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering.
Stand up, stand up, stand. You be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand.
Speakest thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Doth not she think me an old murderer? Now I have stained the childhood of our joy with blood removed but little from her own. Where is she? And what doth she? What says my concealed lady of our cancelled love?
Oh, she said nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps, and now falls on her bed, and then starts up again, and then on Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
As if that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun, did murder her. As that name's hand murdered her kinsman? Tell me, friar, tell me, in what vile part of anatomy doth that name lodge? Tell me that I might sack that hateful bitch.
Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thy tears are womanish. Thy wild acts note the unreasonable fear of a beast. Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order, I thought those dispositions better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself, and slay thy lady that in thy life lives, by doing damned hate upon thyself? What? Rouse thee, man! Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy. The law that threatens death becomes thy friend and turns to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings lights upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. Like a mishaven sullen wench, thou pouts upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy love as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence and comfort her. But look thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 200,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before, nurse, commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed, as heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
Oh, Lord, I could have stayed here all night to hear good counsel. Oh, what learning is! My lord, I'll tell my lady you will come.
Do so. It's in my sweet prepared child.
Here, sir, a ring she bid me give you, sir. Hie, make haste, for it grows very late.
How well my comfort is revived by this.
Go hence, good night. And here stands all your state. Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day, disguised from hence. Sojourn in Mantua, give me thy hand. 'Tis late. Farewell. Good night.
But what a joy patched joy calls out to me. It is a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir. So unluckily that we have had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly, and so did I. Well, we were born to die. 'Tis very late. She will not come down tonight, I promise you. But for your company, I would have been in bed an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no times to woo. Madame, good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, and over my early tomorrow. Tonight she's moved up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's health. I think she will be ruled in all respects by me. Nay more, I doubt it not. Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here, my son Paris' love. And bid her, mark you me, on Wednesday next, besoft. What day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday? Ha! Wednesday is too soon. On Thursday be it then. On Thursday tell her she shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Well, get you gone. On Thursday be it then. Go you to Juliet ere you go to bed. Prepare her wife against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord. Before me, it is so very late that we may call it early by and by. Good night.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale, and not the lark, that pierced the fearful hollow of thy ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious clouds do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know it I. It is the meteor that the sun has exhaled, to be this night a torchbearer and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore, stay yet, thou needest not be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I'm content that thou wilt have it so. I'll say young gray is not the morning's eye, nor is it the lark whose notes do beat the vaulty heavens high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is it, my soul? Let's talk, it is not there.
It is, high heads, be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harshest chords and unpleasing sharps. Oh, be gone away, more light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam, nurse, your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
Then window, let day in, and let life out.
Farewell. One kiss and all this in.
Art thou gone so? Love, Lord, I, husband, friend, I must hear from thee every hour in the day. For in a minute there are many days, and by this count I shall be much in years, ere again I behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Well, thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all our woes shall serve as sweet discourses in that time to come.
O God, I have an ill divining soul. Methinks I see thee now, that one art so low, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
And believe me, love, in my eyes so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu.
O fortune, fortune! All men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, why dost thou with him that is so renowned for faith? Be fickle, fortune, for I hope that thou wilt not keep him long. But send him back.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who is it that calls? Oh, it is my lady mother.
Why, come now, Juliet.
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping o'er your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friends which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss, I cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepst not so much for his death, but that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain Romeo.
Villain and he may be many miles asunder. God pardon him. I know I do with all my heart. And yet, no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from these the reach my hands, would none but I avenge my cousin's death.
We'll have vengeance for it, fear thou not. Then weep no more. I'll send to a one in Mantua, where that banished renegade doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dream that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. Then I hope thou shalt be satisfied.
Indeed, I shall never be satisfied with Romeo. Shall I behold him dead, is my poor heart so for a kinsman vexed. Madam, if you would find a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, that Romeo should, upon receipt therefore, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear his name, and cannot come to him to wreck the love I bore my cousin upon his body that hath slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such man. But now, I tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, beseech your ladyship?
Well, well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to lift thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy, that thou expects not, nor I looked out for.
Madam, happy time, what day is that?
Mary, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, noble, the Count of Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall haply there make thee a joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me a joyful bride. I wonder at this case that I must wed, ere he that should be my husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet. And when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Well, here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
How now, a conduit girl? What, still in tears? Evermore showering? How now, wife? Have you delivered her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives her thanks. Would the fool were married to her grave.
But soft, take me with you. Take me with you, wife. How, will she none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed? Unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bride?
Not proud you have, but thankful you have. Proud can never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How? Shock logic? What is this? Proud, and I thank you, and I thank you not, and yet not proud. Mistress minion, you. Thank me no thankings, nor proud me no proud, but fennel your fine joints against Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, where I will drag thee on the hurdle.
Fie, what are you mad?
Good father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hate thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch. I tell thee what, get to church on Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us this only child, but now I see this one is one too much. Now we have a curse in having her.
God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady wisdom? Hold your tongue.
I speak no treason.
Peace, you mumbling fool.
You are too hot.
God's granted makes me mad. Day, night, work, play, alone in company. Still my prayer hath been to have her match, and having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, and now I have a wretched, puling fool to answer, I'll not wed. I cannot love. I am too young. I pray you pardon me. But if you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Grace where you will. You shall not house with me. Look to it. Think on it. I do not use to jest. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart. Advise. And you be mine, I'll give you my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets. For by my soul I'll never acknowledge thee, nor is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it, bethink you. I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage a month, a week, or if thou wilt not, make the bridal bed in a dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll speak not a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Oh, How shall this be prevented?
What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy?
Some comfort, nurse.
Faith, here it is. Your Romeo is banished, and all the world he dares never come back to challenge you. Or, if you do, it must needs be by stealth. Then, since the case so stands as it now doth, I think it best you marry with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dish clout to him. Beshrew my heart, I think you're happy in this second match. For it excels your first, or if it did not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as good he were as living here, and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
From my soul too, else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father, the Lord self, to make confession and to be absolved.
Marry, I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, almost wicked fiend, is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue, that she hath praised him above compare so many thousand times before? Go, counselor, thou and my bosom shall henceforth be twain. All to the friar to know his remedy, or if all else fails, myself the power to die.
On Thursday, sir? The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so. Now I'm nothing slow to slacken his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind? Uneven is the course. I like it not.
Immoderately, she weeps for Tybalt's death. And therefore have I little talked of love. For Venus smiles not in the house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she do give her sorrow so much sweat, and in his wisdom hastes our marriage, to stop the inundation of her tears, which, so much minded by herself alone, may be put from her by society. Now do you know the reason of this haste?
I would, and I knew not why she be slow. Look, sir, here comes the lady towards myself.
Happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be, love, on Thursday next.
What must be, shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
So will you, I am sure, that you love me.
If I do so, it will be of more price, being spoke behind your back rather than to your face.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears have got small victory by that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thou wrongest it more than tears with that report.
That is no slander, sir, which is a truth, and what I spake it to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered.
It may be so, for it is not mine own. Are you at leisure now, Holy Father, or shall I come to an evening mass?
My leisure served, pensive daughter, now. My lord, we must entreat the time alone.
God shield I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse you. Till then, adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door when thou hast done so. Come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past help.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It's strange we pass the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it, on Thursday next be married to this county.
Tell me not, friar, that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do become my resolution wise, and with this night I'll help it presently. God, join my heart and Romeo's, thou our hands, and ere this hand by thee to Romeo sealed, shall be the label to another deed. Turn to another, this shall slay them both. Therefore, out of thy long experienced time, give me some present counsel, or behold, twixt my extremities and me this bloody knife shall play the umpire, arbitrating that which the commission of thy years and art could no issue of true honor bring. Be not so long to speak. I long to die, if what thou speakest not of remedy.
Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope, which craves as desperate an execution as that is desperate which we would prevent. If rather than to marry Count Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then is it likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death, to chide away the shame that copes with death himself to escape from it? And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap rather than marry Paris from the battlements of any tower, or bid me go into a new-made grave and hide me with a dead man in his shroud. Things that, to hear them told, have made me tremble, and I will do it without fear or doubt, to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold them. Go home. Be married. Give consent to marry Paris. Take thou this phial, being then in bed, and this distilling liquor drink thou off, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor. No pulse shall keep his native progress, but surcease. And in this far likeness of drunk death, thou shalt continue for 42 hours, and then awake, as from a pleasant sleep. Thou shalt be born to that same ancient vault where all kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo, by my letters, know our drift. And hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua. And this shall free thee from this present shame, if no inconstant toy, nor womanish fear, abate thy valor in the accident.
Oh, give me, tell me not of fear.
Hold, get you gone, be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a friar, with speed, to Mantua, with my letters to thy lord.
Lord, give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father.
What? Is my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
Aye, forsooth.
Well, he may chance to do some good on her. A peevish, self-willed harlotry it is.
See where she comes from shrift with merry look.
How now, my headstrong? Where have you been getting?
Where I have learnt me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you in your behests, and am enjoined by holy Lawrence to fall prostrate here, to beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you, henceforth I am ever ruled by you.
Send for the county. Go tell him of this. I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning.
I met the youthful lord at Lawrence cell, and gave him what become love I might, not stepping o'er the bounds of modesty.
Why, I am glad on it. This is well. Stand up. This is as it should be.
Nurse, will you go with me into my closet and help me sort such needful ornaments as you think fit to furnish me tomorrow?
No, not till Thursday. There's time enough.
Go, nurse. Go with her. We'll to church tomorrow.
We shall be short in our provision. 'Tis now new night.
Tush, I will stir about, and all things shall be well, I warrant thee, wife. Go thou to Juliet. Help to deck up her. I'll walk myself to county Paris to prepare up him against this wedding day. My heart is one just life, since the same wayward girl is so reclaimed.
Those attires are best. But, gentle nurse, I pray you, leave me to myself tonight, for I have need of many orisons to move the heavens to smile upon my state, which thou knowest is cross and full of sin.
But how are you busy? Need you my help?
No, madam, we have cold such necessities as are behooving for our state tomorrow. So please you, let the nurse this night sit up with you, for I am sure you have your hands full all in this so sudden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint cold, fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call them back to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come, Via. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No, no, this shall forbid it. Lie thou there. What if it be a poison that the friar hath ministered to me, lest in this marriage he be dishonored, because he married me before to Romeo? I fear it is, and yet methinks it should not, for he hath still been tried a holy man. How if, when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time my Romeo comes to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or, if I live, it is not very like, the horrible conceit of death and night, together with the terror of the place, as in a vault, an ancient sepulchre, where for this many 100 years the bones of my buried ancestors are packed, where bloody Tybalt, yet but green in the earth, lies festering in his shroud. Where, as they say, at some hours in the night, spirits resort, and living mortals, hearing them, run mad. Oh, look! Methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo, that did spit his body upon Rapier's point. Stay! Tybalt, stay! Romeo! Romeo? Romeo, here's drink. I drink to thee.
Mistress! What mistress, Juliet? Fast I warn her she. Why, lamb? Why, lady? Fie, you slug of bed? Why, love, I say. Madam, sweetheart? Why, bride? What, not a word? How sound is she asleep? What, dressed, and in your clothes, and down again? I must needs wake you. Lady, lady, lady. Alas, alas, help, my lady's dead. Oh, where a day that ever I was born. Samako Vito, hope, my lord, my lady.
What noise is here?
Oh, lamentable day.
What is the matter?
Look, oh, heavy day. Oh me, my child, my only life. Revive, wake up, or I will die with thee. Help, God, help.
For shame. Bring Juliet forth. Her lord is come.
Alack the day, she's dead. Oh, lamentable day.
Death. That hath taken her hence to make me wail. Ties up my tongue and will not let me speak.
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. O son, the night before thy wedding day, death hath lain with thy wife. There she lies, flower as she was, deflowered by him. Death is my son-in-law. Death is my heir. My daughter he hath wedded. I will die and leave him all. Life, living, all his deaths.
Have I thought long to see this morning's face? And doth it give me such a sight as this?
Cursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day. Oh, woeful day. Most lamentable day, most woeful day that ever I did yet behold.
Beguiled, divorced, wronged, spited, slain. Most detestable death, by thee beguiled. By cruel thee quite overthrown. O love, O life, not life, but love and death.
Despised, distressed, hated, martyred, killed. Uncomfortable time. Why camest thou now to murder? Murder our solemnity. O child, my soul and not my child. Dead art thou. Alack, my child is dead. And with my child, my joys are buried.
Peace, ho! For shame! Confusion's cure lives not in these confusions. Heaven and yourselves have part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all, and all the better it is for the maid. Your part in her you could not keep from death, but heaven keeps his part in eternal life. Dry up your tears, and stick your rosemary on this fair corpse, and, as a custom is, and in her best array, bear her to church. Everyone prepare to follow this fair corpse unto her grave. The heavens do lower upon you for some ill. Move them no more, by crossing their high will.
Under the sentence of exile, Romeo had gone to Mantua and was waiting for further instructions from Friar Lawrence.
That same night, Romeo dreamt about his Juliet, and that a stranger came and told him of her death. No sooner did he dream this than a man from his father's house, Balthazar, woke him in the night and announced,
Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her mortal part with angels lives. He saw her laid low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it to him. He asked his pardon for bringing such ill news.
Romeo had not received a letter from Friar Lawrence, telling him of his plans to give Juliet a drug that would make her sleep but seem to be dead, and that he should come to the Capulet vault to rescue her. Friar Lawrence had sent another friar, Friar John, to deliver a letter to Romeo in Mantua, instructing him on what he should do. But the letter never arrived.
Holy Franciscan Friar, Brother Ho!
Friar John, welcome! What news from Mantua? What says Romeo?
Going to find a barefoot brother out, one of our order, here in the city visiting the sick, and finding him, the magistrates of the town, suspecting that we both were in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and not let us forth. So my speed to Mantua, there we stayed.
Who bear my letter then? To Romeo?
I could not send it. Here it is again. Nor get a messenger to bring it thee. So fearful were they of infection.
Oh, unhappy fortune! The letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear imports, and neglecting it made you much danger. Now must I to the monument alone. Within 3 hours will fair Juliet wake. Poor living corpse, closed in the dead man's tomb.
Thus, Romeo never learned of the friar's plans, and he despaired, thinking that she was in fact dead. In his despair, he sought out the services of an apothecary, a woman skilled in making poison, a woman in tattered weeds with overwhelming brows, culling of simples, meager were her looks. Sharp misery had worn her to the bones. And in her needy shop, a tortoise hung, an alligator stuffed, and other skins of ill-shaped fishes. And about her shelves, a beggarly account of empty boxes, green earthen pots, bladders and musty seeds, remnants of pack thread and old cakes of roses were thinly scattered to make up a show.
What ho, apothecary?
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. Hold. Here's 40 ducats. Now give me a dram of poison, such soon speeding gear as will disperse itself through all the veins, that the life-weary taker may fall dead.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them.
Famine is in thy cheeks. Need no oppression starveth in thine eyes. The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. Then be not poor, and break it, and take this.
My poverty, but not my will. Consent.
I pay thy poverty and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it all. And then, had you the strength of 20, it would dispatch you straight.
Here's thy gold. Farewell. Buy food and get thyself in flesh. Come, cordial, not poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave, for there must I use thee.
Go hence, and stand aloof. Whistle then to me, a signal that thou hearest something approach. Do as I bid thee, go.
I'm almost afraid to stand alone here in the churchyard. Yet, I will venture.
Sweet flower, with flowers thy brown but I strew. The obsequies that I for thee shall keep nightly will be to strew thy grave and weep.
Caw-caw!
The boy gives warning something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight, to cross my obsequies and true love right?
Oh, take this letter early in the morning. See thou deliver it to my Lord and Father. Upon thy life I charge thee. But ere thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course.
I will be gone, sir, and not trouble you.
So shall show me friendship. Farewell, good fellow.
For all this same, I'll hide me here about. His looks I fear, his plans I doubt.
Thou detestable ball, thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth, the sign force I wrought in Josh to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food.
This is that banished haughty Montague, that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died. Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague. Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee.
Good gentle youth, I'm not a desperate man. Fly hence and leave me. I beseech the youth, put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury. Oh, be God!
I do defy thy conjurations, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Do thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy.
Oh, Lord, I will go call the watch.
If thou be merciful, lay me in the tomb with Juliet.
Faith I will. Let me peruse his face. Mercutio's kinsman, noble county Paris. What said my man? I think he told me Paris should have married Juliet. Said he not so? Or did I dream it so? Or am I mad hearing him talk of Juliet? For here lies Juliet, and her beauty makes this fall a feasting presence full of life. Oh, my love, my wife, death that hath sucked the honey from thy breath, hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced here. Oh, sweet Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the pale abhorred monster keeps thee here in dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, will I stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim light depart again. Here will I remain, with worms that are thy chambermaids. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, O you, the doors of breath seal with the righteous kiss. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus with the kiss I die.
St. Francis be my speed. How often I have my old feet stumble the graves. Who's there?
Here's one, a friend, and one that knows you well. And there's my master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
Go these the vaults.
I dare not. Sir, my master knows not, but I am gone hence, and fearfully the immensity of your death by the state to open his entails.
Romeo? Romeo! Oh, pale! Who else? What? Paris too? And steeped in blood?
O comfortable friar, where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo? Over here!
Come this way!
A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come away! Thy husband there lies dead, and Paris too. Stay not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet.
Over here!
I dare no longer stay.
Go get thee hence, for I will not away. Oh. What's here? A cup closed in my true love's hand. Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. O churl, drunk all and left no friendly drops to help me thereafter. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison doth hang on them to make die with the resort. Thy lips are warm.
Leave, boy, which way?
Yea, noise, then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger. This is thy sheath. There rest and let me die. Ow! Oh. This is the place. There, where the short stuff are.
The ground is bloody. Search about the courtyard. Arrest whoever you find. Pitiful sight.
Here's Romeo's man. We found him in the churchyard.
Hold him in safety till the prince come hither.
Here's a friar with tremble sighs and beats. We caught the corner from this churchyard side.
Stay the friar too.
Well, this adventure is so early up that it calls our person from our morning's rest.
The people in the street cry Romeo. Some Juliet and some Paris. Who's all run with open outcry towards our monuments.
What fear is this which startles in our ears?
Sovereign, here lies County Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, warmed and due killed.
Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes.
Here is a friar who slaughtered Romeo's man, with instruments upon him fit to open these dead men's tombs.
Oh heavens! Oh wife, look how our daughter bleeds.
Oh me! The sight of death is as a vow that warrants my old age to a sepulchre.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up, to see thy son and heir more early down.
What further woe conspires against mine age?
Look, and thou shalt see.
Oh, what matter is in this? Oh. To press before thy father to a grave.
Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while, till we can clear these ambiguities and know their spring, their head, their true descent. Then I will be general of your woes, and leave you even to death. Meantime forbear, and let mischance be slave to patience. Bring forth parties of suspicion.
I am the greatest, able to do the least, yet most suspected, as the time and place doth make against me of this direful murder. And here I stand, both to impeach and purge, myself condemned, myself excused.
Then say at once what thou dost know in this.
I will be brief, for my short date of breath is not so long as is a tedious tale. Romeo, there dead, was husband to that Juliet, and Juliet, there dead, was Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city, for whom, and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. You, to remove that siege of grief from her, betrothed and would have married her perforce to County Paris. Then comes she to me, with wild looks, bid me devise some means to rid her from the second marriage, or there in my cell would she kill herself. Then I gave her, so tutored by my arts, a sleeping potion, which so took effect as I intended, for it wrought on her the form of death. Then all alone, at the prefixed hour of her awakening, came I to take her from her kindred's vault. But when I came, some minute ere the time of her awakening, that here untimely lie the noble Paris, and true Romeo, dead. And she, too desperate, would not go with me, but as it seems, did violence on herself. Let my old life be sacrificed some hour before this time unto the rigor of severest law.
We still have known thee for a holy man. Where is Romeo's man? What can he say in this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death, and then in post he came from Mantua, to the same place, to the same monument. This letter he early bid me give his father, and threatened me with death going into the vault. I departed not, and left him there.
Give me the letter. I will look on it. Where is the county's page that raised the watch? Sirrah, what made your master in this place?
He came with flowers to strew his lady's grave, and bid me stand aloof, and so I did. Anon comes one with light to ope the tomb, and by my master drew on him, and then I ran away to call the watch.
This letter doth make good the friar's words, their course of love, the tidings of her death. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords, too have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
O brother Montague, give me thy hand, for this is my daughter's jointure. No more can I demand.
But I can give thee more. Her statue I will raise from pure gold. And while Verona, that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set, as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo's pious ladies lie, for sacrifices of our enmity.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence, and have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
Photo op.